1 week from today, the celebratory start to the 2019 campaign will be upon us. Citizens Bank Park will be glowing with optimism, and your Phillies will be ready to embark on the journey towards October. The countdown continues. 1 week to go. Some final touches today to get Spectrum Field ready once again for spring training baseball. It is the perfect backdrop down here in Clearwater as the work continues with a week to go. But soon, the boxes will be packed, the truck will head north, and opening day will be upon us. But today, it's the Blue Jays and the Phillies in Clearwater. And some roster moves by the Phillies today. 8 players reassigned or released. There you see the names: Trevor Plouffe and Gregorio Petit among the players released. Drew Anderson, James Pazos, Dylan Cousins optioned to the Lehigh Valley, and Adam Hazley reassigned to minor league camp. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Phillies Baseball alongside Ben Davis. I'm Greg Murphy, and you just saw some of the names, some moves being made, 40 players left in camp, and still some decisions to be made. And interesting as we watch this offense continue to try to find its stride. Some of the guys individually playing very well offensively, but as a whole, Ben, it hasn't really clicked yet.
It has not, and I'm really not worried about it. These guys are going to hit. They're flat-out professional hitters. They are going to make it happen. Take a look at some of the averages, the worst batting averages in spring training. Philly's still ahead of the Braves. He's still ahead of the Washington Nationals. You always like to stay ahead of those guys, especially in your own division. I don't care if it's spring training or not. But a couple players in particular, JT Realmuto, who says, you know what, I'm just not a good offensive hitter in spring training. Well, he's turned that around. He has been absolutely awesome for the Phillies, using the whole field. And then Gene Segura, Phillies fans, I know he's not a household name because he's been on the West Coast. He's played out there. But the man is, when I say he's professional, he is unbelievable. He uses the whole field as well, and only struck out 69 times last season.
He will be a household name in Philadelphia by the time this 2019 season is done. All right, so the offense still looking to click, but meanwhile, on the pitching side of things going very well, both with the starters and in the bullpen.
The starters have been good. We kind of knew what we were going to get from the guys coming out of the bullpen. The changes that the Phillies made on the back end, boy, they're really starting to pay off, and you're seeing it from some of these guys. David Robinson in particular. Nick Pivetta yesterday was absolutely on point. I talked to Chris Young today about him. He said that's exactly how we want Nick Pivetta to approach the opposing lineup. Stay aggressive, very unpredictable. The slider, the curveball is very good to accompany that very good high-velocity fastball. He was on his game yesterday. And David Robinson, well, you want to talk about a consummate professional. That is David Robinson. It was late moving with his cutter yesterday, mixing a couple curveballs, but he has been dynamite and will be a mainstay for the Phillies in the back end of that bullpen.
Nothing but consistency out of David Robertson throughout his career, and certainly here in spring as well. Well, will we get some good starting pitching today? The Phillies certainly hope so, as Vince Velasquez takes the ball, making his 3rd start of the year. Sam Gaviglio will go for the Toronto Blue Jays. We're ready to go. It's the Blue Jays and the Phillies lineups and first pitch next. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Toyota. Save big all March during Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. 9 degrees, slight breeze blowing out to right field. We'll see if that plays part in today's game, and another great crowd as well at Spectrum Field. And we are ready to go, ready to play some baseball. As Vince Velasquez takes the baseball for the Phils. First to face him is Brandon Drury, and the first pitch to Drury is over for a strike. Big outing for Vince Velasquez today, trying to get on track. I think they'd like to see him throw upwards of around 90 pitches today.
Trying to get him through 5.
The 0-1 pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-2.
Something you can look for out of Vince today. I talked to Chris Young. They say they love to see Vince use the slider against righties and the curveball against lefties.
0-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. So 1-2 now to Brandon Drury, batting .341 this spring. A couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. Velasquez had his sign and he steps off. JT Realmuto will go through it again with the count 1-2. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging and held on to by JT Realmuto, and that's a strikeout. The first out of the inning here in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the rest of the Blue Jays lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Randall Grichuk will bat second. He's the designated hitter. Teoscar Hernandez, the left fielder, will bat third. What a spring he's having, followed by Smoke, Gurriel Jr., McKinney, Pompey, Jansen, and Freddie Galvis batting ninth and playing shortstop for the Blue Jays. And there you see Vince Velasquez's numbers. An ERA at 18 in his 2 starts so far this spring. But he finds the strike zone there, and he's ahead of Randall Grichuk 0-1.
Saw the strikeout to Drury with that hard-riding fastball. Want him to live at the top of the zone with that good heater.
The 0-1 pitch, line drive, foul into the crowd. Oh, a nice catch. Washing some leather early is the crowd. Do he have a glove on? No.
Don't need a glove.
Who needs a glove? Grichuk needs a new bat. He took that one off the handle, so he gets it. It's 0-2 to Grichuk.
You love to see Vince working ahead like this. We said it was a huge key for Nick Pivetta. Even bigger for Vince Velasquez.
The 0-2 pitch is upstairs, and it's 1-2.
Get your heart racing.
I don't think that was as close as Grichuk made it appear, though, was it?
Well, he's diving a little bit.
1-2 pitch. Now that's inside, and it's 2-2. That'll move your feet.
Yeah. Almost looked like Realmuto was expecting that to hit Grichuk.
I'm not sure how it didn't, to be honest with you. And that one is hit well. Going back on it is McCutchen, but he just looks up and watches it sail. A solo home run for Randall Grichuk here in the first inning, and the Blue Jays are on the board.
Well, they want him to throw that slider to the righties, but this is a slider, just obviously not where Vince wanted it located. I think Grichuk would have been upset at himself if he missed that one.
Well, he didn't, and he deposits it up on the berm. Take another look.
Watch where this ball ends up. I mean, hanging sliders go a long way.
So that'll bring up Hernandez. As I mentioned, having a terrific spring, batting .410. Got 2 homers and 8 RBIs as well. Inside for a ball, it's 1-1. Hernandez really opening some eyes this spring. He'll be most likely be the everyday left fielder for the Blue Jays. Big swing and a miss. So 1-2 to Teoscar Hernandez. One-two pitch upstairs. 2-2. There you see Charlie Montoyo, manager for the Blue Jays in his first season. And a called third strike on the inside corner. So 2 strikeouts for Velasquez so far. And that'll bring up Justin Smoke.
Yeah, when Vince has that good fastball working, they will have a little slight cut on it. That one just pretty much down Broadway.
So Smoke will step in. The Phillies will shift the infield over, putting the third baseman Kingery on the second base side of the bag. First pitch to Smoke is over for a strike.
Everybody on the right side of the diamond. Pretty
Gene Segura left over there on the left side.
Yeah, pretty much straight up in the outfield.
Outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Talking about Charlie Montoya in his first year with the Blue Jays will definitely bring some interesting thoughts as the manager of the Blue Jays. We saw in Bryce Harper's first game here at Spectrum Field, the 4-man outfield out of the Blue Jays. I wonder if we'll see that again. As that one's in the dirt. It's 2-1.
I think we will.
Pitch misses, so 3-1 now to Justin Smoke. With 2 outs in the top of the first. And he walks him. So Smoke is a base runner with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lourdes Gurriel Jr., second baseman. Here you see Chris Young and Gabe Kapler looking on.
Chris Young, very busy man today. I was appreciative that he found a few minutes to chat with me. I like to pick his brain from time to time. And
yeah, he's good for that. That is upstairs, and it spins Gurriel out of the way and onto his back.
We should have Tom grow his hair out like that.
And Chris Young is going to continue his busy day. He's going to go have a conversation with Vince Velasquez as this one comes upstairs.
Yeah, that's a slider there that just really gets away from Vince. Gurriel not ready for it. Well, you already start to look at the pitch count for Vince at 20 pitches.
So I'm imagining that's a conversation about let's just, take a deep breath, calm down, and try to execute your pitches, right?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, take a deep breath. You're exactly right. Just try and stay down in the zone and trust what you have. I think he's just trying to overpower the baseball right now, missing his location.
Saw Aaron Brown warming up in the Phillies bullpen. I'm sure the Phillies hope they don't have to go that route. But runner on first, 2 outs. The count is 1-0 to Gurriel. 1-1.
A defensive swing there with the 1-0 count.
Smoke gets his lead off first. And foul on play. So ahead of Gurriel now 1-2 is Vince Velasquez. Velasquez from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, left field. McCutchen going back on it, reaches up and off the top of his glove and off the wall. So Smoke will round and end up at third, and Gurriel at second, just out of the reach of Andrew McCutchen. And that ball was hit hard. So second and third now with 2 outs.
Yeah, fortunately for the Phillies, it was hit so hard. Smoke not the fleetest of foot, but this ball's hit so hard, ball went off the wall before he got to second base. Vince missing with location again right there, and Gurriel makes him pay. Just over the outstretched arm of Andrew McCutchen.
So Billy McKinney will be the batter, a right fielder, batting .250 with runners at second and third and 2 outs, 1 run across here in the top of the first. And Velasquez misses outside. It's 1-0.
McKinney playing right field today, Teoscar Hernandez in left field. It's just basically a wait and see until Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes back up. Or comes up, I should say. Very talented, #1 prospect in baseball.
Others take their leads off second and third, and that one's upstairs as well. Vince looking down at the mound. He's having trouble with his landing spot.
You almost hate to say, but just at times you just want Vince to take his foot off the gas a little bit. He always thinks he's got to go harder, harder, harder.
That one is fouled over our heads and out of play. So 2-1 now to Billy McKinney. .26 pitches in the first inning so far for Vince Velasquez. So I'd like to see him end this at bat as quickly as possible. That's fouled straight back. So 2-2 to McKinney. Blue Jays got a run on the solo home run by Randall Grichuk, and now 2 on with 2 outs. In the dirt, 3-2.
Pitch number 29 coming up.
Dalton Pompey waits on deck for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and he got it. So able to finish it off without any further damage is Vince Velasquez, and the Blue Jays will leave 2 runners in scoring position. But they do get a run in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Toronto. Chris Young and JT Realmuto. You were a fly on the wall. What do you think they're talking about there? Well, hold that thought. I'll tell you the Phillies lineup first. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Andrew McCutchen leads off, plays left field. Gene Segura batting .282, will play shortstop in that second. Harper, Realmuto, Williams, Cesar Hernandez, Scott Kingery, Andrew Romine is playing first base today. And Vince Velasquez will bat 9th today as the pitcher's beginning to hit at this time of spring, or at least for the National League teams, and they'll face Sam Gaviglio, who is 1-0 with a 1.29 ERA.
Not overpowering, 88-91. Really uses location, slider, cutter to change. Cardinals 5th round pick back in 2011. Used the whole field with him.
So McCutchen takes that one a little high and inside. Is that a is that a reminder that they have a pitcher too?
No, I don't think so.
No. A couple of Blue Jay batters had to spin out of the way in the top half of the inning. 1-0 pitch to McCutchen is a little bit low, 2-0. So what do you think that conversation was all about?
Well, it's just basically just bear down. And I don't think that was a, you're throwing the ball okay, take a deep breath. I think that was, hey, it's time to go. It's March 21st. Mm-hmm. We have to be more efficient than that. We have to execute our pitches. And we can't have our defense out on the field for 20 minutes. I don't think that was a pep me up talk.
Well, the conversation is over as Kepler and Chris Young have returned to their seats, and Vince will get back out there in the second. See what he can do. The 3-1 pitch by McCutchen. Ooh, look out, Trina. Right off our low third camera. Look out. You all right? She's tough.
Yes, she is.
She is tough. So the count is 3-2 to Andrew McCutchen. And he walks him. So McCutchen is a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the first. We talked about what Gabe Kapler had to say about McCutchen in the leadoff role going forward. We should expect to see him there an awful lot. It's part of the reason why right there.
Yeah, that's a good take there, 3-2. You think Gaviglio is going to challenge him and goes with a changeup. McCutchen able to lay off.
So that'll bring up Gene Segura, 282 this spring. McCutchen gets his leadoff first. And first pitch is over for a strike. I like what you had to say about Segura in the open.
Yeah.
You know, just you may not know a whole lot about him, but if you go back and take a look at his numbers, no matter where he's been, just an extremely polished player.
So professional at the dish and at shortstop. I think his defense kind of goes unnoticed, but Philly fans, you have no idea what you're getting in Gene Segura. He is an absolute ball player.
An all-star last year for the Mariners. And you see the AL leaders from a year ago, strikeout rate, and he is right up there. As the throw goes over, McCutchen scampers back.
To be honest, I'm very surprised with the Blue Jays with the way they have Gurriel up the middle. I mean, Segura's ability to use the whole field. I mean, that is a gaping hole between first and second.
Yeah.
Able to hit behind the runner as well as anybody.
He fouls that one at the plate. It's 1-2. Yeah, in essence, it's almost the whole 90 feet that he has to play with on the right side.
Exactly
now, we
right.
count 1-2. He'll probably just do what he can to put the ball in play. But
And you see where Gurriel is right here. I mean, there's a whole lot of distance in between himself and Smoke.
Gaviglio has his sign and another throw over. So the count is 1-2 to Segura. Bryce Harper waits on deck for the Phils. McCutchen has his leadoff first. And swings through that one. So a strikeout victim is Gene Segura, and that's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. We saw Harper get his first hit in game action yesterday. Base hit back up the middle. He did not ask for the baseball. Did not need it as a souvenir.
Well, I told you yesterday we left the booth here, Murph. I said he is a tick away.
Yeah.
Some really, really good swings yesterday.
Told that to John Middleton, too.
I did.
I told it to some folks last night.
Right.
You said it, so I give you credit. First pitch to Harper. Swung on, and that one's hit the right field, and it's hit well, and that ball is gone. Bryce Harper's first home run as a Philly. It's like you called it, Ben Davis. And the Phils jump up to a 2-1 lead.
I said a tick away. I'm telling you, I just noticed the swings yesterday. His pitch recognition is there, and he hits a bullet out to right field.
And you can hear the crowd. They certainly are appreciative of Bryce Harper as he gives a little fist pump to them and shakes to his teammates. The first of many, I'm sure, but his first in a Phillies uniform.
Spring training or not, this is a pretty swing, and get that monkey off his back.
Yeah!
Loud noises, Murph.
I was watching McKinney, and he took 2 steps and then was like, oh, that's not coming back. I got out in a hurry. So that'll bring up JT Realmuto. And just like that, the Phils are ahead 2-1 in this one. That's got to feel good for Harper.
Yeah.
Realmuto hits that one foul past the third base bag.
That was a bullet.
We've seen a lot of those over the years. That's the first one that made me smile.
Good point, Murph.
1-1 pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. There, the fans trying to get that baseball, trying to figure out how to get that baseball. Just hold someone by the ankles and just
simple as that.
Yeah, it's right there. Harper's first home run.
Tantalizing.
2-1 pitch. Fouled at the plate. It's 2-2. If you were out there, you might be able to reach it. With those arms of yours.
Only a 37-inch sleeve. Come on.
It's the same as my inseam, I think. 2-2 pitch. Low. Ball 3. 3-2. There's Nick Williams, center fielder today for the Phils. Another foul ball. Count remains 3-2 to Real Muto. And called third strike. He gets Real Muto looking. So that's the second strikeout of the inning and the second out. And that'll bring up Nick Williams. Fooled him a little bit there. So Williams steps in, batting .268 in the spring. The 1 home run, 9 RBIs. Getting a chance to play center field today. First pitch to Williams is outside for a ball. A little more action in the Phillies bullpen.
I had a chuckle today watching these guys take BP, and Nick was putting on a show as he typically does, and Cesar Hernandez in the same group, and they have a game which, and I laugh every time, but you hit a ball, you're walking out of the cage, you think it's gone or not, you have to answer. So Cesar would say, see or no, like, is it going to leave the yard? And I'm telling you, Nick hit one. I think it really did land on 19 out there, and Cesar still asked him. It was just, they have some fun.
It was a C indeed.
Yeah.
Well, the count is 1-2 to Williams. Pitch inside for a ball, 2-2. It'll be interesting to see how they use Nick Williams throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's obviously most, best suited for the corner outfield positions, but those are pretty much locked down at this point. 2-2 pitch. Has a line drive to center field. Pompey's going back, and he's at the track, and he makes the catch. So Williams gave it a ride. But that's the third out of the inning. But not before Bryce Harper gets on the board. His first home run as a Philly. It was a loud and long one. Line drive that got out quickly. And that put the Phils up 2-1. We'll head to the top of the second. And that's our score. We're back in the top of the second, and Josh Palacios is the batter for the Blue Jays, so a late change for them, and he fouled that first pitch out of play. So now we've got some police action over there by the baseball.
Yeah, we do.
They're saying, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. We'll get that later.
Well, anybody going over that fence.
Yeah, exactly right. 1 pitch to Palacios is over for a strike, so 0-2. So Vince Velasquez back out there on the hill. Threw 29 pitches in the first inning. What does he have to do in the second inning? Get on track.
He has to go get 3 outs the fastest way he knows how. 29 pitches in that first inning. He basically went out there and it was a long first inning. Your team gets back in the saddle, gives you the lead. Okay, reward them with a quick inning. Go out there, strike after strike, get your boys back in the dugout.
0-2 pitch. Just misses. 1-2. Fastball just missing the outside corner. 1-2 pitch. Gonna miss. Fastball upstairs, and Palacios couldn't catch up to it, so that's a strikeout. 4th of the game for Velasquez. Hey fans, stay connected to your Phillies with all the speed, coverage, and control you need with Xfinity X5. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X5. Some 4 strikeouts already for Velasquez, and he gets that one over Danny Jansen.
I mean, this is about as close to modern-day baseball as you're going to find out. Through an inning and a third, we have 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 homers.
Yeah. 0-1 pitch inside, low, 1-1.
You know, I mean, this is where the game has gotten to.
In the dirt.
Ball landed about
2 feet.
3. No, I was going to say maybe 3 feet in front of home plate. I can still see the little dirt mark out front.
A little bit low. 3-1 now to Danny Jansen. Not exactly sure what happened to Dalton Pompey, who was out there in center field to end the bottom of the first inning, but made that catch on Nick Williams' ball. That was it. And that one skips in front of the plate as well. And he walks him. So Jansen is aboard with 1 out.
Vince is really struggling with his footing out there. Digging at the mound.
And that'll bring up Freddie Galvis. And you hear the crowd here in Philadelphia very appreciative of Freddie. Very nice ovation. You see the landing spot for Velasquez. Yeah, we've seen him kick at that, look down at that a couple of times so far. Galvis steps in, batting 9th for the Blue Jays as Jansen takes his lead off first. First pitch. And Galvis offers at it. It's 0-1.
Good curveball.
Freddie batting 189 this spring. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs.
1 home run here, opposite field.
Mm-hmm. Pitch, and that's a little bit low. It's 1-1. Trying to remember who that was off of.
I think it was off of Pivetta.
I think you're right. Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the second. Low, and once again, he looks at the mound. It appears that we have gotten the baseball. Oh, can I have it? I think they're going to hold on to that one, guys. Handing it off to Tim, our head of security here at Spectrum Field.
Did cause quite the crowd.
Did. And did he go? Yes, he did. Says Eric Cooper. 2-2 now to Freddie Galvis. Does Bryce Harper keep that baseball?
I would say no, but maybe he does.
If it was a regular season game, I would think yes. But probably not in the spring. But you never know. Velasquez working from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Called, 3rd strike. Nice fastball on the outside corner. And that's 2 outs. So another strikeout for Vince Velasquez.
And that's that good four-seam fastball I'm talking about. He's able to, when he's throwing it right, when he's getting extension at release point, it has a slight cut to it. Some lefties will give up on that pitch.
5 outs recorded by the Phillies today, all 5 via the strikeout. And the 2 outs, the top of the order, Brandon Drury, who struck out in his only at bat. And that's a line drive to Gene Segura, in and out of the glove, and everybody will be safe. It was almost like a changeup to Segura, and I think he mistimed his dive.
I don't know if this ball knuckles on him.
Yeah, he seemed to have to wait for it, and I think it threw his timing off a little bit. A ball that should have been caught, but nonetheless, Drury is safe at first.
Yeah, he kind of went after it like it was hit. It wasn't hit all that hard. I think it just caught Segura. I think this ball just knuckles on him, and it's off the toe of his glove.
Well, it scored a hit, scored a base hit. And that'll bring up Randall Grichuk, who homered in the first to put the Blue Jays on the board. Runners at first and second. And big swing and no contact for Grichuk. It's 0-1. A little surprised that was scored a hit.
No, Segura had to die for it.
Fly ball, center field. Nick Williams and Harper talking, and Harper calls him off and makes the catch. So that's the final out of the inning. The first out recorded not via the strikeout, and the Phils avoid any more trouble here in the second. We're going to head to the bottom of the second, and the Phils have a 2-1 lead. As a Philly at Citizens Bank Park when the Atlanta Braves come to town on opening weekend. Cavity Busters Kids opening day, March 30th at 4:05. A hooded t-shirt free to all kids 14 and under. Then McDonald's opening night, March 31st at 7:05. Opening night t-shirt free to fans 15 and over. Visit Phillies.com to get your tickets. Bottom of the second. Phil's up 2-1. And Cesar Hernandez is the batter. And his first pitch swinging. Smoke has it, 1 out. So 3 unassisted for the first out here on the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Scott Kingery.
I think these last couple games are especially important for Scott Kingery. Get that confidence up going into the full season again.
You see his numbers this spring. Just 209 so far. You know, he had such a great spring last year.
Last 2 years.
Yeah, you're right. The last 2 years. So good last year that it ended up, allowing him to break camp with the team, sign the new contract. And then after for a couple of weeks where he was pretty productive, then he started to struggle. And I think that confidence wavered a little bit. So you have to wonder what his thought process is now. He's not tearing it up in spring, but one does not necessarily mean anything for the regular season.
I like what he said, though. He said, what did you learn about last year? And he said that I don't like to fail.
Yeah, it's a great answer.
And it's a great answer, especially from a younger guy. I mean, really the first time in his life he's ever failed. And to hear a mature comment like that speaks volumes about him.
One pitch is fouled out of play. It's 2-2.
But I just haven't seen from him this spring what we've seen the last couple springs, and him using the whole field, hitting line drives all over the place. It seems like he's more concentrated on using the left side of the diamond. And when Scotty's going and when he's at his best, he's using the whole field.
I was trying to think back to last spring and when we saw Scott Kingery in the ballgame. It was a little bit of a different role. He was coming in very often in the 4th or 5th inning and playing out the remainder of the game. Whereas this year, most of his action has been when he starts. And, I asked him when we talked down in the left field corner if he approached it any different. He said, yeah, he did. He approached it very differently this year as he lines that one in the left field for a base hit. We just talked about them, then they get hits. That's what happens. But he said, yeah, my approach has been different because I'm in a different situation.
Right.
And I thought, again, so easy to say, no, I approach it the same way I always do. But he's thoughtful in that he thinks about it and says, yeah, I had to approach it differently because the situations are different. So he's a one-out base runner. And Andrew Romine is the batter playing first base today. Rhys Hoskins, of course, we learned yesterday that he's dealing with a little bit of a shoulder issue, some inflammation in the shoulder that no one seems overly concerned about, so that's good news. First pitch to Romine is foul ball. There's Rhys. I liked when he was asked yesterday if opening day was a question. He didn't miss a beat. No, it is not. Absolutely not. I will be there on opening day. Yeah, one pitch is a little bit low, so it's 1-1.
But you look at the lineup and you're like, that's a pretty darn good lineup. See him there with Jimmy Rollins. But without him in there, it's kind of like, like a part of you is missing.
Yeah. One pitch, ground ball, and over the glove, Smoke and into right field. It's a base hit. Scott Kingery turning on the jetpack, and he ends up at third base. So first and third with one out.
As Schmitty always tells us, he said this game was made for left-handers. Having the ability to hit that hole.
Yeah, Smoke was holding the runner on, and Kingery, and that one just out of reach. So with one out, runners at first and third, and the pitcher spot, Vince Velasquez steps to the plate. Vince, one of the better hitting pitchers, not only on the Phillies, but I would say league-wide. Right?
Yeah.
He's up there.
I think he'll be laying one down here. He squares.
First pitch is upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Yeah, now these are the situations that the Phillies did not particularly handle well last year. So, your pitcher's hitting in a game like this. Let's work on things that they're going to have to do during the regular season.
I'll probably square around again, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him swing it here. No, he's going to square around.
And he jabs at that one, so 1-1 to Vince Velasquez.
I just say that because, you have the whole field is in motion. 1-0 count to the pitcher. You know what you're going to get a fastball. Gaviglio going to be in the strike zone the majority of the time. Maybe give him a swing, and then he has two more to work with the bunt. But he squared around again.
Well, this time he's thinking he's taking a hack, but he takes that pitch over for a strike. So now 1-2 to Vince Velasquez.
I don't know.
And the count is 1-2, and Gaviglio steps off. Time is called. Andrew McCutchen is waiting on deck with runners at first and third. And a throw over to third. Kingery takes the one step back to the bag.
You saw the sign there from Danny Jansen, 3-3-3.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit foul into the crowd down the right field line.
A pretty darn good swing there by Vince.
Yeah.
On a hanging slider.
At least make him work for it, right?
Absolutely. See Gaviglio's pitch count getting up there as well.
And ground ball to third base. That's going to be a tough play. He'll take the out at first, but a run will score as Kingery crosses the plate. Drury had no chance at Kingery at home, so makes the smart play. 5-3 goes the putout, but the Phils played another run.
And I honestly, Murph, don't understand why pitchers don't take their at-bats maybe a little bit more seriously, because that's an excellent job right there by Vince Velasquez. You know, we talk about his athleticism, but just the fact that he puts a ball in play there gets the Phillies a run. You know, you got to compliment Scotty Kingery, too, on the first and third. But hits it off the plate, you put it in play, good things happen.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally just putting the bat on ball there.
That's it.
And you get a run out of it. Good stuff. Andrew McCutchen will step to the plate with 2 outs. He walked and scored in his only at bat today. First pitch to McCutchen is a little bit high and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. So 3-1 Phils. Andrew Romine takes his leadoff second. And misses again. 2-0 to McCutchen. Once again, the Blue Jays in a defensive shift. They have 3 infielders on the shortstop side of the bag.
This is where I think that opposing pitchers are going to start to get in a little bit more of an issue. Because here you have a base open. Well, I got Andrew McCutchen up 2-0 count. I do have that open base. Maybe I'll pitch around him. You got Gene Segura on deck.
And that one is swung on and hit well. Deep to left field. Going back is Hernandez, but forget about it. That ball is gone. A 2-run shot for Andrew McCutchen. 5-1 Phillies.
And don't think Andrew McCutchen doesn't know that. Right on cue. You have a 2-0 count. They say, well, he's not going to put me on. Gene Segura's hit behind me. He gets a cookie. He makes Gaviglio pay.
And his second home run of the spring. And that one traveled a long way as well.
That was just lean back and launch.
I feel like that's where his other home run landed. Did almost the exact same spot earlier this spring. So Gene Segura is the batter. And he struck out his first at bat, but he takes that one low for a ball. It's 1-0. 3 runs in the inning for the Phils. 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, give a lot of credit to Vince Velasquez for what he was able to do to keep everyone moving. And Segura lines that one, but it is caught by Drury. Well, he hit it hard, but nice play by Brandon Drury. And that's the final out of the inning, but not before the Phillies able to do some damage. That guy all smiles because home run number 2 of the spring was a good one. A 2-run shot to left center field, and they knew it right away. Put the Phils up 5-1. That's where we stand as we head to the top of the third. Phils in the lead. Well, Ben, we talked about the offense starting to click in this game, and Bryce Harper, well, he clicked early, and then Andrew McCutchen, another long ball. 2 home runs from out to the new faces fighting Phils. As Hernandez swings through that Vince Velasquez offering. I like that split screen right there.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
2 loud noises right there. I mean.
1 pitch. Fouled back. Split screens when they showed 2 different. Did you see that?
Thank you,
You're
Greg.
welcome. Yeah.
You go to TV school to learn that?
Industry knowledge there. Well, Vince Velasquez has settled down, it seems, and he's ahead 0-2 on Teoscar Hernandez. I was reading a story about Hernandez today, and some of the Blue Jays coaches talking about plate discipline and how much better it's been this year and how he hasn't been chasing a whole lot of those. But chases one there. We'll take it. The Phils will take it. And that's a strikeout for Vince Velasquez.
Curveball here. Real good curveball.
That'll bring up Justin Smoke.
See that block right there by JT? I don't miss that. I don't miss that off your left bicep. I'd like to see how many different colors it would turn, though, when it bruises up. You're like, how could it turn that color?
Yeah. Starts black and blue, but then it goes
and you may think it gets a lot of that pad. Ooh. It doesn't. It goes underneath the pad, right off that left bicep. But seriously, you get hit. The ones on the inner thigh, they always hurt. But you're thinking, and it would last for 3 weeks. You say, how can it turn that color? Like, there's no way. Like, what is that color?
I would imagine in that 3-week time, you'd probably take another 1 or 2 off of the same spot or somewhere close. Misses outside. 3-0 to Justin Smoak.
Yeah, if you doubled up in the same spot, it's a month. It's staying with you for a month.
Rio pitch finds the strike zone. It's 3-1 now to Smoak, who walked in his only at bat back in the first inning. Three-one pitch, line drive over the head of Romine and into the corner in right field. Smoak's going to round first and cruise on into second with a stand-up double. And Justin Smoak is aboard with 1 out.
Second baseman, Lourdes.
Well, Phillies baseball is back. Secure your seats with a partial or full season ticket plan and help welcome Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, Andrew McCutcheon, and Gene Segura as they take the field at Citizens Bank Park. Plans start as little as 13 games. They offer great benefits like price savings, the comfort of having the same seats for every game, postseason ticket access, and more. So visit Phillies.com or call 215-463-5000 to get yours today. 1 out, runner on second. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is the batter. He doubled in his first at bat. And first pitch is low for a ball.
Come on, Billy. You be ready, bud. Let's go,
Saw Lourdes' brother the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees.
Astros.
That's right. Fly ball, right field. Going back on it is Harper. He's at the track and he looks up and that one is gone. Maybe a little bit wind aided, but nonetheless a 2-run shot for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. His third of the spring. And the Blue Jays cut into the Phillies lead. It's 5-3.
I think that was a lot wind aided. I mean, those flags are howling out to right field. Bryce breaks back on this ball like he's got a beat on it.
Yeah, and then you could see the wind was playing tricks with it, and Bryce was trying to keep up with it. But
see, Gurriel Jr. kind of cuts this ball, and he just gets it up in that current. You see Bryce says, I got a beat on it, and then carries on out of here.
So 5-3 now in the top of the third. Jim Gott with the walkie-talkie, ready to spring someone into action if needed. Batter's Billy McKinney, and he struck out to end the first. Fouls that one back. It's 0-2 to McKinney.
You see, funny thing is, Bryce breaking back on that ball to the wall. They had all the outfielders in left field today working on balls at the wall. You're trying to climb the fence, so they had the machines set up right behind shortstop. And they're launching balls, and most of the balls went out.
0-2 pitch, and swing and a miss. Realmuto will complete the play by throwing down to first. And once again, McKinney is a strikeout victim. That was always one of the coolest drills, I always thought.
Yeah.
Going up and over the wall.
Of course, Dylan Cousins had the biggest advantage of anybody.
Him and Aaron Altair, they just stand there and pick them. We used to do that in my backyard.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Go up and over the fence, try to pull him back. Josh Palacios is the batter, and he's first pitch swinging and fouls that one down the left field line and out of play. Palacios is over from minor league camp for the Blue Jays and thrust into action as Dalton Pompey had to be lifted in the first inning. So Probably came over here thinking I might not play at all, and now he's going to probably play a good part of the game. Good opportunity for him. Time is called. On the windup, Velasquez blows that one past him. It's 0-2, 96.
Look at that fastball, how that has that good hard ride. I mean, he's really throwing that through JT Realmuto's mitt. Just stays on plane.
Such a weapon for Vince Velasquez.
Yeah.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So another strikeout for Vince Velasquez, but Blue Jays able to put 2 on the board. Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s 2-run home run cut the lead, but the Phils still have it, 5-3. Brought to you by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Bryce Harper is the batter here as we start the bottom of the third. And if you missed it, in his first at bat, his first home run as a Philly. 2-run home run. Put the Phils on the board. My partner basically called it yesterday. So he's 1 for 1 today. And first pitch. Harper is on the outside corner for a strike. Our buddy, the great Jim Jackson, is watching at home, and he texted after you predicted both home runs, basically. And he asked if you wouldn't mind saying that he's going to win the Powerball on Saturday. As he misses there, it's 1-1.
If anyone deserves it, it would be JJ. JJ, good luck to you, buddy. John Deere Gator, no big deal.
He called you the Tony Romo of baseball announcers. Predicting the future. I love it. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. That JJ's funny.
He is.
Look at the defense for the Blue Jays right now. There's absolutely nobody on the left side. The 1-2 pitch is low. If we could take a quick peek at that. Look at that. 4 outfielders. 3 infielders on the right side.
It's incredible.
Dusty Wathan's over there looking kind of lonely.
Yeah.
Won't matter if you hit it over him. That's the plan. The 2-2 pitch. Long on. Fouled out of play.
See that swing right there? You're talking about, I mean, he takes a violent hack, but the balance when he's done, that's what I'm looking for. Guys that can just, like, you can go try and push them when they're done their swing, and they're not going anywhere. Take a look at the swing here. I mean, this is a violent swing. But the balance, you love to see that.
2-2 pitch. He got it. So Harper goes down swinging, and that's the first out here in the third. I'll bring up JT Realmuto. He struck out in his first at bat. You see the numbers for Realmuto last season: 21 home runs and the 74 RBIs. A lot of that, a lot of his games, obviously, at Marlins Park, which is a tough place to hit. Our first pitch to him, ground ball left side. Drury has to wait for it. Realmuto getting down the line, but just in time is the throw. And that's the second out. 5-3 goes to put out. So Nick Williams will be the batter. He lined out to center field in his first at bat, gave it a ride.
So we just heard back from the great Jim Jackson again.
What did he have to say?
He says, I'm in Chicago, by the way, with the Flyers, watching on the My Teams app.
There you go. Not only is he funny, he's tech savvy.
Tech savvy. All you got to do is download it, Murph. That's it.
Already done. Count is 0-1 to Nick Williams. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Gabiglio pitching in his third inning of work. He's battling for a spot in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. He'll either start the season in the bullpen for the Blue Jays, and they've had some injuries recently, so that chance is looking better and better as he misses there. Or he'll be in the rotation for the Blue Jays AAA team. John Axford and Ryan Tepera both with injuries announced yesterday in their bullpen, so some jobs opening up. 1-2 pitch, and he got him. So he gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, gets Nick Williams swinging there. Oh, the old hat on the snout trick. That never gets old for the fanatic, does it? 5-3 Phillies as we head to the 4th. NBC Sports My Teams app. Get breaking news surrounding your teams first, plus exclusive stories and analysis found nowhere else. Download now to get 24/7 access to your Philly teams. Man, you even knew what promo was coming up. You're really on fire today. 5-3 Phillies as we hit the top of the 4th. They have casinos here in Florida, don't they?
I believe they do.
Yeah. We see some action in the Phil's bullpen again. Vince Velasquez back out on the hill to start the 4th inning. 62 pitches so far. 8 strikeouts. And Danny Jansen is the batter. It's Aaron Brown that's back up in the Phillies bullpen. 63 pitches, 38 strikes for Velasquez. Fouled out of play. It's 1-1. It'll be Jansen, Freddie Galvis, and the top of the Toronto lineup here in the 4th. Check swing,
stay fair,
spinner, and just foul. That was foul, then it was fair, then it was foul again. So the count is 1-2 now to Jansen. Foul ball out of play. Into the snack bar down the right field line. Another great crowd here today at Spectrum Field. Now, Blue Jays train just a few minutes away from here, maybe 10 minutes in Dunedin, Florida. So a lot of Blue Jay fans here as well. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And once again, Real Muto will throw it down to first to complete the out. Another strikeout for Vince Velasquez. Well, the MLB Ballpark app is the perfect companion for your next visit to Citizens Bank Park. Access your game tickets for mobile entry into CBP, redeem special check-in offers, access the Ballpark food and beverage finder, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. You have that one too?
I do have that one.
Good. Freddie Galvis steps in, and first pitch swinging, lines that one into the diamond dugout, and hopefully everyone was able to get out of the way there.
They're laughing it off.
Okay, that's a good sign. I got in there in a hurry. Velasquez misses downstairs. It's 1-1 to Freddie Galvis. That one straight back. Get a chance to talk to Freddie today?
I did not.
Did the Blue Jays hit here, or did they hit?
They did not.
They did not.
Nope. As soon as the Phillies were done, grounds crew came out, packed up the cage, the mats.
Yeah.
Had that field cleared in no time.
Very efficient. It's a common practice for the Phils and the Blue Jays. They just hit at their own field and then head on over for the game. One-two pitch. It's hit down the left field line. McCutchen giving chase, and it's going to fall out of play. Long run for McCutchen. So we'll do it again with the count 1-2. Yeah. Also some obstacles to just got to get out of the way, Ben.
Yeah, we might have to take a different route next time.
1-2 pitch misses outside. It's 2-2. From the windup, the 2-2 pitch just misses. 3-2. '74th pitch for Vince Velasquez. And he misses, so he walks him. He loses Freddie Galvis. It was a good at bat by Freddie, and he's a one-out base runner. And the top of the order for the Blue Jays is Brandon Drury, and well, that is going to do it for Vince Velasquez. So he pitches into the fourth. 3 1/3 innings for Vince. The call to the bullpen has been made, so we have a pitching change here in Clearwater. Give you all those details when we come back. The Phillies have a 2-run lead here with 1 out in the fourth. Phillies fans, get amped up for the Phillies season with the Authentic Fan Ticket Package. The first one is April 16th versus the Mets. The special ticket comes with an exclusive retro Phillies jersey and a chance for a seat upgrade behind home plate. Get yours now at phillies.com/authenticfan. We unveiled those new jerseys the other day. That's the giveaway for the Authentic fans this year. Last year was the hat. I wonder if John Kruk will wear the jersey every time he's on the air like he wears the hat. It is cool. It is a cool giveaway. So
good looking jersey.
Make sure you get out there for the Authentic fans. Brandon Drury is the batter. Aaron Brown is the new pitcher for the Phils. The left-hander. First pitch is inside. And you see Vince.
74 pitches, 3 1/3, 9 strikeouts.
Lots of strikeouts.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch from Brown is over for a strike. Brown is 6'2", 223. He was selected by the Phils in the 3rd round back in 2014 out of Pepperdine University. Finished the season last year in Reading. Started in Clearwater, finished in Reading. Getting a chance to pitch here in front of the big crowd. Some of the big leaguers. Galvis leads off first, and a quick throw over. Dirt. Drury able to skip out of the way of that one. So 2-1. Nice play by Real Muto.
Yeah, moving to his left.
That went under the feet, I think, of Drury.
Yeah. That's the thing. You always have to anticipate that ball in the dirt, especially with an off-speed pitch, someone on base.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Segura has it over to second for one. Fires to first, double play. 6-4-3 double play for the Phils. Nice job by Aaron Brown coming in and getting the Phillies out of the inning. So that's how it ends. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Phillies have a 5-3 lead. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. A great day to be sitting out in the Tiki Terrace or having a chat with Gabe Kapler in the dugout. Take a look at this double play that ended the last inning.
It's a slow hit ball, but Segura gets it and fires a strike to Cesar, and it's just a perfect feed all the way around. And I asked Cesar today before the game, I mean, this ball is not hit hard. I'm thinking just make sure one, but in and out of Segura's glove, in and out of Cesar's glove. I pulled Cesar aside today in the middle of his BP session. I said, hey, you working a lot on your turns at second base? I said, the ball looks like it's coming in and out. I mean, just get rid of it so quickly. I said, you've been working a lot on that? And he goes, no. I said, okay then. I said, it just looks like it a lot faster. I mean, that was in and out of his glove so quickly.
That's funny.
I was hoping for a more in-depth response from Cesar, but I didn't get it.
You asked him a direct question, he gave you a direct answer.
That's right.
That's the way it works. Well, he is the batter here to start off the bottom of the fourth inning. Count is 1-1 to Cesar Hernandez. 1-2. See Yaxel Rios and Pat Neshek warming up for the Phils. 1-2 pitch and a called third strike. Hernandez thought that was inside. Has a couple words with Eric Cooper, but that's the first out of the inning here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Scott Kingery.
Take a look at where Jansen wants it. Yeah, it's a strike.
Yeah,
right
missed
the
the
belt.
spot, but it was still a strike. So Scott Kingery's the batter. He singled and scored a run. Watches that one go past for a ball. It's 1-0. So before the game, you predicted that there'd be another quick double play, and you were right.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch. This is 2-0 to Scott Kingery. They see Gaviglio by the innings. He's at 60 pitches now.
I like to see those first two takes there from Scotty. Scotty, majority of his outs last year via the strikeout as the ball smoked to Freddie at shortstop.
Freddie turns and fires, but not in time to get Scott Kingery. See how they score that. That was a rocket in and out of the glove of Freddie Galvis.
It's going to have to go down as a hit, I would say. But a lot of his strikeouts Scotty made last year were pitches that were below the zone, in the dirt. And his first two pitches were sliders. Lays off, he gets himself in a good hitter's count and scolds this ball to Freddie at short. Of course, Freddie's going to tell you, I got to make that play, but the ball was smoking.
Yeah, and quite frankly, Freddie Galvis will probably make that play more often than he doesn't. It scored a hit, though, so 2 hits for Scott Kingery on the afternoon. He's hit the ball hard 2 times. So Andrew Romine, who also singled and scored in his first at bat, steps in and takes that first pitch over for a strike. Seen some good things today offensively for the Phils. A couple of the guys that obviously will be relied on going forward, doing some of the damage today. And that is another base hit for Romine in the hole between first and second.
And this one hit a bit harder than Andrew's last at bat, which enabled Scotty Kingery to go first and third. This one hit too hard. Kingery not able to advance.
So with runners at first and second, in the pitcher spot due up, it'll be Andrew Knapp, the pinch hitter. Let's see his career pinch hitting numbers for Knapp. And a conversation on the hill between Danny Jansen and Gaviglio. So the switch hitting catcher will step in from the left side. And with runners on first and second, 1 out here in the fourth. Add on.
Keep the line moving.
Top of the order for the Phils. Andrew McCutchen on deck, and the first pitch to Knapp is a breaking ball, and he swings through it. It's 0-1. Kingery leads off second, Romine off first. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and hit well, deep to right field, and forget about it, that ball is gone. A 3-run pinch hit home run by Andrew Knapp, and the Phillies add 3 more. It's 8-3. Whew. That's adding on.
That's coming off the bench doing some damage. Good swing there by Napper. Biglio leaves this ball up, and Andrew Knapp takes advantage of it.
Sure does. That one was long gone.
I mean, that ball has hit me written all over it. Love to see the head down on it. You can't hit what you can't see. Pretty swing there from Andrew Knapp.
Absolutely, and that is going to be the end of the day for Sam Gaviglio, as Charlie Montoyo comes out and takes the baseball from his starting pitcher today. 8 runs across for the Phillies. We have a pitching change. We'll be right back. Nationals come to town for a weekend series you won't want to miss. Monday, April 8th at 7:05. Tuesday, April 9th is Hatfield Dollar Dog Night. And Wednesday, April 10th. All games at 7:05. Visit Phillies.com. Get your tickets. Get some conversation surrounding the National Series this year, I would imagine.
A wee bit.
A wee bit indeed. Well, 3 runs across here in the 4th with 1 out, thanks to Andrew Knapp's pinch hit home run. And Andrew McCutchen will step in, takes the first pitch. A little bit upstairs for a ball. Danny Barnes is the new pitcher for the Blue Jays, right-hander. And finds the strike zone there with a breaking ball. And there you see his numbers appearing in his 7th game. Good ERA, 6 2/3. No walks, 10 strikeouts. And that one sails outside, so 2-1. McCutchen 1 for 1 today. He has a 2-run home run. He also walked and scored in the first when Bryce Harper hit his home run. And that one is a bomb deep to left field. And that one is, off the wall. The left fielder lost it in the sun, Hernandez. I thought that one is way out of here.
I'm with you, partner.
Nonetheless.
I mean, that was, I just assumed it was going to go over Frenchie's.
So did I, obviously.
But you take a look at the flag, that wind is howling left to right. They're telling us some more weights.
And Teoscar Hernandez had a beat on it there, and he must have just lost it at the last second in the sun.
I mean, this ball is murdered.
As he settles underneath it, and then, right off the wall there. So, McCutchen, safe at second. I have no idea how that didn't go out. Well, that'll bring up Gene Segura, who steps out as time is called.
Phillies hitters are doing a good job today of getting themselves into good hitters' counts. They're laying off, pitches that can go either way early on in counts, getting themselves into good hitters' counts, and they're putting good swing. They're getting mistakes, and they're taking advantage of it. They're not trying to do too much. Really a good approach today from the offense.
Let's see if Gene Segura can get in on the action. 0-for-2 today. McCutchen leads off second. And inside for a ball. 2-0. Hits that one to right field. McKinney comes in a couple steps and makes the catch, and McCutchen retreats to second base. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. back in the first.
First pitch swinging is Bryce Harper, and I think the whole stadium knew it.
And a line drive that got out in a hurry. So he steps in against Danny Barnes with a runner at second. And the first pitch to Harper is outside for a ball.
I would think this would be Bryce's last at bat today. Well, he might stay in. Team goes on the road tomorrow.
Maybe he'd have another one.
Yeah, yesterday it took him 7 innings to get 3 at bats. Today it's only 4. We're in the 4th.
That one's over for a strike. It's 1-1. You see some numbers from last season for Bryce Harper. 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Very good. 373. 34 home runs. 100 RBIs. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs. 2-1. Misses again. 3-1 now to Bryce Harper with JT Realmuto on deck.
It's a good take on the 2-1 changeup. Looked like he was going to go after it and then just didn't bite.
In a similar situation that we saw with McCutchen earlier, it's 3-1. You got the base open. You want to be careful with Harper, but you have Realmuto sitting there coming up next. So
exactly right.
3-1 pitch. He's outside, so he walks him. So Harper heads down to first. And that'll bring up JT Realmuto. I think that might be an indication that Harper's going to stay in this game. But maybe if he was coming out, they'd pinch run for him there. So Realmuto, 8th batter to come to the plate here in the 4th. And first pitch is a strike. McCutchen at second, Harper at first. 0-1 pitch off the end of the bat and foul. So 0-2 now to Realmuto. Swung on and hit well to center field. Palacios going back at the track, at the wall, and that ball is gone. The second 3-run home run of the inning, and this time it's JT Realmuto. His 4th of the spring, and the Phils now lead it 11-3. Straight away center field.
Maybe we should highlight the Phillies offense every day for the Open. And this ball's hit well. May have used a little bit of that wind. But regardless, love to see this Phillies offense break out.
Take another look.
A short swing. He's able to get on top of that. Schmitty would like that one. A little bit of top hand there.
Almost a catch out there in center field as well. If you're Andrew McCutchen, you're thinking, how did mine not go out? I'm still scratching my head on that one. 11-3 now. Phil's on top of the Blue Jays. The 9th batter of the inning is Nick Williams. 2 3-run home runs here in the 4th. This is the offense we expect to see.
Might give Danny Barnes some pause as to whether or not he should have pitched to Bryce Harper there.
But it just goes to show you, a lineup without holes is a powerful, potent lineup.
Yep.
1-1 pitch. Upstairs, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swung on, line drive, center field. Palacios going back. He'll have room and make the catch for the final out. But not before 6 more runs put on the board for the Phils. A couple of 3-run home runs. Productive inning. We head to the 5th. Ball today to jump out to an 11-3 lead here in the 5th. Bryce Harper has one. Andrew McCutchen has one. JT Realmuto has one. And the pinch hitter Andrew Knapp has one. 4 long balls for the Phils, and that's where we stand here in the 5th, top of the 5th, and Pat Neshek is the new pitcher for the Phils. Randall Grichuk, designated hitter, who also has a home run today. Steps in for the Blue Jays. 1-0 pitch, foul ball. It's 1-1. Line drive, left field. And the new left fielder, Shane Robinson. You can see him fighting the sun a little bit, and he makes the catch.
Second broken bat for Grichuk today.
See Robinson out there in left field as Vince Velasquez getting in some final pitches out there in the bullpen to get his number up to that 90 mark that we were talking about before the game. You saw Robinson in left. Aaron Altair is in center now. And Gift Ngope is the new shortstop for the Phils. Those are your defensive changes. Pat Neshek appearing in his 6th game. Back-to-back games for Pat. We saw him yesterday as well. An ERA of 2.08. And he's working against Teoscar Hernandez, who came into the game batting .410. But struck out twice in this one. There you see the changes up there in the left-hand corner of your screen. 1-1 pitch. Misses 2-1.
Very important, though, for Vince to be out in that bullpen right now, throwing these pitches with a purpose. He's not just out there just, here you go, here you go, here you go. I'm going to go to the showers. No, you have to pretend there's a guy in there like it's game situation. You have to have that same mentality, that same focus. Otherwise, you're just going through the motions. Serves you no purpose.
Meanwhile, it's a 3-2 count here, and Neshek walks him. So Hernandez is the base runner with 1 out here in the 5th. And that'll bring up Justin Smoke, who's been on base twice today. And, well, that's going to be it for Pat Neshek. So faces 2 batters, gets 1, walks 1, and Gabe Kapler going to take the baseball. So Neshek's day is done. We'll have a pitching change here in Clearwater. Yaxel Rios is coming in. McDonald's opening night. It's Sunday, March 31st versus the Atlanta Braves at 7:05. A free t-shirt for fans 15 and over. So come on out. Visit Phillies.com to order your tickets. The t-shirt you see there, the Liberty Bell. It's a cool giveaway. Top of the 5th. Runner on first with 1 out. 11-3 Phillies. And Yaxel Rios is the new pitcher for the Phils. Game number 8 for him. It's been good. First pitch from Rios to Justin Smoke is a little bit outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Teoscar Hernandez, his day is done after walking down to first. Pinch runner Cal Stevenson is in the ball game for him, so he takes his lead off first. 1-0 pitch, ground ball to the right side, over to second for 1, and then Kingery over to first. Double play. Smoke not exactly hustling down the line there, so, well, Yaxel Rios gets the job done. Double play, the 3rd one of the day for the Phils. They lead it 11-3. The 5th, the Phillies lead it 11-3. Thomas Pannone is the new pitcher for the Blue Jays. 0-2, 12.96 ERA this spring. Lots of defensive changes for the Blue Jays as well. We'll get to those in just a minute. Well, Cesar Hernandez led off the 4th inning, and he leads off the 5th inning. That's always a good sign. First pitch to Hernandez inside for a ball. Just 1-0.
First AB from the right side.
And pops that one up. Rowdy Tellez giving chase and unable to pull it in. Almost ran out of room. Taking his eye off the ball for a second to check out that half wall.
That's why you have to sprint and find a spot. I mean, he's looking at this ball the whole way in the air. You have to run over, find a spot where you think it's going to come down and get there. Bottom line, that ball needs to be caught.
It's a new life for Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, it is.
And 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now to Hernandez. Another foul ball. This one out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Scott Kingery's on deck for the Phils. One's a bit low. 2-2 now to Cesar. And he swings through that. Luke Maley, the new catcher for the Blue Jays, completes the play down at first, and Hernandez is a strikeout victim in the first out here in the 5th.
Third baseman, Scott Kingery.
So that'll bring up Scott Kingery. Having a good day. 2 for 2. Scored 2 runs as well.
Yeah, the swings have been crisper for Scott Kingery today. Very short to the ball. He's got 2 hard hit balls to show for it.
Well, the shift is on for Scott Kingery, and the breaking ball is over for a strike. It's 0-1. 3 infielders on the left side. And hard hit ball right at the third baseman, Burns. And he's able to get Scotty, although he got down there quickly.
First baseman,
Bang, bang play. 5-3 goes the put out. So that's the first time Kingery's been retired today.
But another blistered ball.
I like it. And that'll bring up Andrew Romine, also 2 for 2 today. Switch hitter. Getting his first at bat from the right side now. Facing the lefty. So 2 hits from the left side. Let's see what he can do from the right. Aaron Altera has moved into the on-deck circle. And that one's fouled out of play. So it is 1-2 to Andrew Romine.
How about Andrew Knapp's day?
Yeah.
They come up, 3-run Jimmy Jack, no big deal. Take it to the showers.
Treat himself to a steak tonight.
No big deal.
1-2 pitch. And it's foul just to our right. You ever have a day like that?
No. Hold on, let me think about it. No.
Yeah, that's efficient, that's for sure. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, but right at the second baseman, Sogard, and that is the final out of the inning. So, Phils go 1-2-3 here in the 5th. And we head to the top of the 6th. They have an 8-run lead. 11-3 is your score. Lots of home runs today. As my partner likes to say, lots of loud noises. Bryce Harper, his first as a Philly back in the first inning. Andrew Knapp and JT Realmuto both with 3-run home runs. Andrew McCutchen also with a home run today. Lots of loud noises. And the Phil's offense has come alive. They lead at 11-3 as we head to the top of the 6th. Eric Sogard is the batter for the Blue Jays. Got Stel Rios back out there for another inning of work since he threw one pitch the last inning, right?
Yeah.
Or one or two, maybe.
2 pitches. Earl Weaver would be very happy with the Phillies offense today.
Yeah, he would.
3-run homer.
So would that Charlie Manuel, I would think.
Yes, he would.
He likes him some home runs. Pitch from Rios, fouled out of play. 1-2 to Eric Sogard, the new second baseman for the Blue Jays.
Charlie Manuel not in camp. He left to go attend Jim Tomei's father's funeral, and so we'd like to pass along our condolences to Jim Tomei and his family.
Absolutely. Heard that news the other day. Charlie's so close to that family. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That's the first out here in the 6th. And we have some changes for the Phillies as Drew Butera, the new catcher, behind the plate. It's Matt McBride over at first, and our first look at Alec Boehm over there at third base, the #1 pick in 2018 for the Phils.
Billy, go deep. Play short.
Rios' pitch to Billy McKinney is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Getting 0 for 2 today. A couple of strikeouts. And that one's upstairs, 2-0. Pitch misses, so 3-0 now to Billy McKinney. It is straight up 3 o'clock, Ben.
Yes.
So exactly 7 days from today, baseball gets back to Philadelphia, underway, right?
Hard to believe.
That pitch is over for a strike.
Cannot wait.
Technically, first pitch is 3:05. At 3 o'clock, we're going to come on the air.
Cannot wait.
I feel like spring training at the beginning went slow, the first week and a half, 2 weeks. Ever since then, man, it just flew by.
Yeah.
Fly ball center field. Aaron Altair glides back and makes the catch. 2 outs.
I'm with you. It seems like the last couple, it's just been moving on by.
Really fast. Phillies will break camp on Monday after the game Monday. There's a home game, and then off to Philadelphia. A couple days off back in Philly, and then opening day on Thursday, March 28th. You ever open a season in March?
I don't think so. I don't think so. We were supposed to the one year. 2002 was my first year in Seattle. We're supposed to open up in Japan, much like they are doing now. But everything that happened with, 2001, and they said it'd just be a little safer for the players if we just stayed in the States.
Well, 11-3 is your score. Nice play by Matt McBride to end the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th, and the Phils with an 8-run lead. Ball is brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers. Bottom of the 6th. Looks like some autographed memorabilia out there on the concourse. Phillies fans taking a look. Aaron Altair is the batter. Tom Pannone is still the pitcher for the Blue Jays. So Altair steps in against the lefty. And that one's in the dirt. It's 1-1. ball. Up to the suite level here at Spectrum Field. And it is 1-2 to Altair. You mentioned the game that happened earlier today in Japan. Pretty special scene.
Yeah.
As that breaking ball misses low. Ichiro, your former teammate, your buddy.
Yeah.
With his final game, he announced he's going to retire.
Couldn't think of a better send-off.
Yeah. It's really cool. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Arena has it, and across the diamond for the out. 1 out here in the 6th.
I mean, everyone knows what kind of player he is, and he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I mean, what he did on the baseball field would just amaze you. I mean, there were games where he would sometimes, believe it or not, go 0 for 4. It was very rare. But he would still wow you a couple times throughout the course of that game. And, you know, I don't think enough is said about what kind of teammate he was, what kind of just guy he was, how funny he was. The dude was a riot.
You tell some great Ichiro stories. They are tremendous. He sounds like a funny guy. I got a chance to meet him when he was down in Miami in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Just didn't like to do interviews, you know, in English.
It's understandable.
But you talk to him, and you know, he was just a couple of lockers down for me. But man, is he funny!
Shane Robinson swings through that. It is 1-1. Robinson getting his first step out of the ball game. Well, it was cool. So Scott Palmer was in the clubhouse before the game today. While that game was going on, as Robinson lifts that one to left center field, Palacios lines it up and makes the catch. 2 outs. He was in the Phillies clubhouse, and the game was on the TV, of course, and a lot of the players gathered around. So Scott actually took out his camera to videotape it, and it was really, really cool to watch these young guys watching Ichiro's final at bat. And apparently it was a bang play at first base that the players thought he should have been safe.
Right.
They're yelling safe, like got robbed on his final AB, and just a pretty cool scene all the way around. It's not lost on the young players the impact that Ichiro Suzuki had on the game of baseball, for sure.
I mean, what he did in 2001 alone, the American League MVP, American League Rookie of the Year, the impact that he had on this game is, I mean, he transcended the game. He really did. They talk about a guy that could beat you in so many ways. He could just, anything he wanted to do on the field. His hand-eye coordination is second to none that I've ever seen. You know, defense, he was just a spectacular player.
And you said first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
5 years from now, he will be hearing his name as he
without a doubt
heads to Cooperstown. Hall of Fame teammate. I know you said one of your favorite
Yeah.
teammates of all time, which I love to hear. So the 1-2 pitch sails outside for a ball to Gift and Gopay.
I mean, you've heard me tell some of the stories.
I sure have.
And he just brought a smile to your face every day. And his work ethic, he had his own weight room and down in the batting cage. He had 2 cages, and then next to the wall was all his equipment that he had brought over from Japan. And man, he busted it every day.
Called you Big Ben?
Yeah. Just a special player. His routine was, I mean, he had everything lined up. He kept his bats on the bench, his helmet, and
2-2 pitch, and a little bit low for a ball. 3-2. Bryce Harper waits on deck, so Phillies wanting to get Harper 4 at bats in this game, which is not a surprise. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. 3-2 pitch, swung on and hit long and foul. And Gopay way out ahead of that one. So we'll do it again with the count remaining full. That one is hit well, deep to left field, and that one is gone into the Tiki Terrace. And Gift and Gopay adds another home run to the Phillies tally. It is 12-3 Phils, his first of the spring.
oh, you want to cut that wind? That's how you got to do it. I mean, this is a seed.
Got out in a hurry.
He was taking BP today. I asked John Maley, I said, how strong is he? And he looked at me and he goes, very. I mean, he gets away with the pitch prior to that, and Gope hits it foul, and he tries to sneak him back in there again, and fish ain't biting, brother. That ball was hammered.
He shortchanged him a home run. That's his second of the spring. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Maybe he's looking for the second of the spring as well. First pitch to Harper is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Lots of long balls for the Phils today.
How happy is Bryce? He gets this at bat. He won't have to go play right field again.
Yeah, it worked out well. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and right over our heads. I'll admit I flinched on that one.
Yeah. Coming in hot. Coming in hot, partner.
Thought we were going to get a Bryce Harper souvenir.
Either that or a trip to the dentist.
1-1 pitch. Inside. It's out of the way. It's 2-1. Oh, yeah. Of course they have the... I don't know. I think you may have flinched as much as me. Perhaps.
Just, how many times we have to go over this? I don't know how you'd not flinch.
2-1 pitch, and that is swung on, and that is hit deep, and that ball is gone over the back fence. The second home run for Bryce Harper today. You said it, partner. He was close. And he's got his second of the spring, and it's 13-3 Phillies.
Ain't nobody getting that one. Holy mackerel. It was just something about his swings yesterday. I'm thinking, man, it's close. Well, he's putting it all together today.
He is putting on a show. Second home run of the day. Third run scored for Harper. It was almost identical to his first, only went out a little bit deeper. Wow. So Drew Butera is the batter. He fouls that one straight back.
Is there a better sound? No.
I was listening again just to hear it again. Butera lines that one, but it's caught by Burns. And that'll end the inning, but not before the Phils put a couple more on the board. Back-to-back home runs. It was first it was Gift and Gope, and then Bryce Harper, number 2 on the day. No doubt about it. And the Phils all over the Blue Jays this afternoon, 13-3. 5th at 7:05, Saturday, April 6th, 2:05. Johnson Controls Phillies Sox, free to all fans. Then on Sunday, April 7th, that game at 1:05, Nemours Mid Hat, free to kids 14 and under. Visit Phillies.com to order your tickets. Bryce Harper's day is done, and he's got one bat for each home run that he hit today. He's running down the left field corner to chat with me.
He's looking for that T-shirt.
And right on through. Let's go Bryce Harper. His day is done. It was a good one. He was 2 for 3 today with a walk. 3 runs scored, 2 home runs.
I guess that's an okay day.
He'll take it. Nice work by Bryce Harper. Jose Alvarez is the new pitcher for the Phillies, appearing in his 9th game. The left-hander. 4 walks, 11 strikeouts for Alvarez. And that one's inside for a ball. Luke Maile is the batter for the Blue Jays. 6 home runs for the Phils offense today. And the 1-1 pitch from Alvarez. Rocket into the crowd. Out of play. 1-2. We heard this morning that James Pazos has been reassigned to the Lehigh Valley, option to the Lehigh Valley. So it would appear that Alvarez and Adam Morgan will be your left-handers in the bullpen. Here you see the moves today. So 4 players released. No big surprises on that list. And then Drew Anderson, who has had a terrific spring, option to the Lehigh Valley, so that he can continue to pitch as Alvarez gets the strikeout there. And then you saw James Pazos on that list as well, and Dylan Cousins.
That's a good pitch here by Alvarez. Able to utilize the inside corner here to Maley. That is some straight paint. Good thing about Alvarez, he's got the good slider to offset the lefties, good changeup to offset the righties. Will throw the changeup to lefties as well. There you see that good cambio.
Richard Urena is the batter for the Blue Jays. And that one's right back and through the middle, almost through the wickets of Alvarez and into center field for a base hit.
You don't see that single up the middle hardly anymore.
No, you really don't.
Because of the way the shifts are employed.
So Rowdy Tellez will be the new batter for the Blue Jays. And runner on first, one out here in the top of the 7th. You see Tellez's numbers, 277 in 18 games for the Blue Jays this spring. And he takes that pitch over for a strike. And leads off first. That one is swung on and hit well. Deep to right field. Lane Adams looks up, and that ball is gone. Line drive, 2-run shot for Rowdy Tellez, and well, the Blue Jays cut into the Phillies lead. It's 13-5.
This place is like an airport today.
It really is.
For the Blue Jays, batting for Richard.
No cheapies.
No. You get this fastball in, it's just out over the plate. Talk about getting out in a hurry.
So 13-5 now in the 7th. We have a pinch hitter for the Blue Jays. It's Chad Spanberger. Pitch from Alvarez, and it's 1-1 to Spanberger. Five runs, 7 hits for the Blue Jays. 13 runs, 11 hits for the Phils. Big swing and a miss, so 2-2 now to Spanberger. Cal Stevenson on deck for the Blue Jays. And a little line drive over the head of Cesar Hernandez, and that's in the right field for a base hit. So another hit here in the 7th for the Blue Jays.
Left fielder Cal Stevenson.
And that'll bring up Cal Stevenson. Just out of the reach of Cesar Hernandez. Some movement down there in the Phillies bullpen. And first pitch from Alvarez over for a strike. No one pitch, pops straight up in the infield. Shading from the sun is Bohm, and he makes the catch. Tough play battling the sun, and it's pretty high up there as well. But nice play by Bohm. 2 outs. Andy Burns steps in to face Alvarez. First pitch over for a strike. How's your scorecard looking today?
A lot of boxes.
Ground ball, shortstop. And Gope has it over to Hernandez at second for the easy out. And that'll do it for the Blue Jays here in the 7th. They had 2 runs to cut the Phillies lead, but as we head to the bottom of the 7th, it's 13-5 Phillies. And a historic deal, the Phillies landed their superstar. Now take a look back at Bryce Harper's journey to Philly with exclusive interviews with Bryce and John Middleton. Signing Harper premieres next Tuesday at 8, only on NBC Sports Philadelphia and the My Teams app. And Sean Rodriguez lifts that one to left field and quickly one out here in the bottom of the 7th. If you just tuned in, well, you missed some fireworks. This is what Harper did today. That in the first inning, his first home run as a Philly. Then in his 4th at bat, number 2.
That was flying through the zone.
Yeah. And the fans here in Clearwater on their feet and very appreciative of the day that Bryce Harper gave them today. It's a lot of fun. And he's not the only one. 6 home runs for the Phils as Cesar Hernandez steps in and takes that one over for a strike. Andrew McCutchen had a home run today. Andrew Knapp with a 3-run home run. JT Real Muto with a 3-run home run. As Hernandez grounds that one foul.
McCutchen should have had 2.
He should have. I still can't figure out how that one didn't go out.
Honestly, if there was no wind, that may have been the farthest ball hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was way out, but hit off the wall for a double. Take that too. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cesar Hernandez, getting his 4th at bat of the afternoon. 0 for 3 today is Cesar. See if he can end it on a good note.
Better swing there from Cesar.
He takes that pitch outside for a ball. So 3-2 to Cesar Hernandez. Pitch popped up, and that's going to find the seats out of play. So we'll do it again. The count remains 3-2 to Cesar Hernandez. There's our friend working the crowd. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Foul tip. Held on to, and that is the 2nd out of the inning. So an 0 for 4 day for Cesar Hernandez. Well, speaking of Bryce Harper, as of yesterday, the 2nd biggest contract of all time. Mike Trout signing his 12-year, $430 million. Well, it was an extension to his current contract with the Angels. See Manny Machado on that list as well, of course. Bryce was asked about it today, and he said, look, you know, kudos to Mike Trout. He said, I'm thrilled with what I got and couldn't be happier. And certainly Mike Trout deserves everything he gets as well. Alec Boehm is the batter for the Phils, former number 1 pick. I don't know why we say that. Number 1 pick in 2018 for the Phils. Number 3 overall.
Good looking swing right there. Quick bat.
The 0-2 pitch. And called, 3rd strike. So he goes down looking for the 3rd out here in the 7th, and the Phils go down quietly as well. 13-5 is your score. We'll head to the top of the 8th here in Clearwater. Night, Sunday, March 31st versus the Atlanta Braves. Game time 7:05. A free T-shirt to fans 15 and over who come out to Citizen Bank Park that night. It's a great T-shirt as well. The Liberty Bell on the front. Visit Phillies.com to order your tickets.
Now playing second base for the Phillies, number 9, Phil
Some Blue Jays fans. There's a lot of them here today. Made the short trip over from Dunedin.
It's a cool little town over there.
Oh, it's a great town. It really is. Blue Jays are a big part of it this time of the year, just like the Phillies here in Clearwater. Josh Martin is your new pitcher. This is his 6th game with an ERA of 1.50. A couple of walks, 5 strikeouts. First pitch swinging is Eric Sogard. Shane Robinson on the run, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Seems like the outfielders are having a little bit of trouble with the sun. I can't tell exactly what angle it's hitting them at, but looks like Robinson was fighting that a little bit.
Well, it sure isn't hiding behind any clouds today.
Nope. Not a single cloud in the sky.
No humidity.
Nope. None of that either. Billy McKinney is playing the whole game for the Blue Jays. He's up there to face Martin. He's 0 for 3 today. He takes that one over for a strike. It's 0-2 now to McKinney. Jason Adam warming up for Toronto. Phillies do have a new second baseman out there as well. It's Phil Gosselin. And that one is hit well. Turning on it is Lane Adams, and he looks up, and that ball is gone. No doubt about it. Over the back fence as well. So Billy McKinney gets his first hit of the afternoon, and it's a home run. It's adding to the tally. It's 13-6 now.
And Billy McKinney having a tough day. A couple strikeouts and a fly ball. Makes up for it here with a long home run to right field. Good swing.
Yeah, we really have not seen any just sneak out. JT Real Mutos, I guess, was the only one, but that was the dead center field. So Josh Palacios is the batter. Palacios checked in the 2nd inning, taking over for Dalton Pompey, who was out there in center field. No word on why Pompey was lifted from the game. And that was way outside. The 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, so it's 2-1. Just misses. 3-1 now to Palacios.
I really like the way Drew Butera handles his pitching staff, the way he receives a baseball. Very strong hands. I mean, when he reaches out to catch that ball, that mitt's not going anywhere. Does a nice job back there.
And that pitch is over for a strike. 3-2. Yeah, he's had a good spring.
Yeah, you know. Throws the ball very well.
Three-two pitch, ground ball. Gosselin, 2 outs. So Luke Maley will be the batter here in the 8th. Didn't take long for the baseball to find Mr. Gosselin.
No. I asked Phil and Matt McBride today. We were sitting there talking before BP started. I said, "Who's been in more ball games?" And they're like, "You know what? That's a good question."
Did you look it up?
I did not look it up, but it just seems like they're in every ball game, right?
Yeah, which is exactly the way they want it, I'm sure. Give every opportunity for the folks to that are making decisions to take a look.
Yeah.
Pitch went behind Maley. Did it hit him? No.
Thought I heard something.
I did too. Didn't hit his bat, did it?
No, if anything, maybe it got Butera's mitt.
Maybe, yeah.
But I could have sworn that hit Maley on the backside.
Take another look. Whoop, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it hit his elbow. It absolutely hit his elbow.
It sure looked like it did, but it must not have. He didn't even budge towards first base.
I heard something.
I did too.
I heard like a little nick.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch outside. That little nick you heard was not our director, Nick
No.
Marquetta. Someone has a new nickname. 2-1 pitch.
So
over for a strike.
So we found out that Phil Gosselin today is his 15th game.
Okay.
And Matt McBride's 19th game.
All right. There you go. You have your answer.
There you go.
Make sure you let them know. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Luke Maley. And that one's in the dirt. So 3-2.
Phil is excited to have his folks in town.
Oh, yeah?
Down from Westchester area. See Matt. 2 really stand-up guys. I mean, they are as nice as the day is long.
Local ties, both of them?
Yeah.
Three-two pitch. Ground ball to McBride. Long run, but he'll take it himself. And that's the final out of the inning. So a nice inning for Martin. And the Blue Jays go down quietly. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. The Phils up by a touchdown. He's on top of the Blue Jays. Phillies spring training baseball is always live with MLB at bat. Follow the action through game day. Watch video highlights, track stats, standings, breaking news, and more. Download the MLB at bat now. It's your #1 Phillies app. 15 years ago today, Ben.
Hard to believe.
Isn't it?
Hard
Bet.
to believe.
There goes my seat right there. Man, oh man. I remember that when it was happening, obviously. I remember that. Man, that was cool. Wasn't it?
Yeah, except for some of the folks in South Philly weren't too happy about it with that dust settling everywhere on their houses. But
just a little rain take care of that. 15 years ago.
Do you have any seats from there?
I do not.
No, I have 2 seats from the Spectrum.
Okay.
And you don't remember the seats being that small. Obviously, I was a little smaller.
You were smaller. Shortstop. And Matt McBride is retired. 6'3" goes to put out.
It's cool, though, when you sit at them, your feet don't stick to the floor like they do at the Spectrum.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, man.
Is that the one thing you remember about the Spectrum? Well, there's more than one thing, because it was an awesome place.
It was.
To watch a game. Or a concert, for that matter. But, yep. Your feet, it was like a movie theater. Aaron Altair is the batter. And that pitch is over for a strike. It's amazing to think that none of my kids remember the vet. My youngest, Colin, is 15, so, the year it was being demolished.
Right.
And then my oldest, 20, so she was 5 at the time.
Yeah.
Some great memories at the vet.
Like, what's the first thing you think about at the vet?
0-2 pitch is low. That's easy. For me, well, I'll never forget the first time I walked in there. I was probably about 6 or 7. And what hit me was how green the AstroTurf was.
Yep.
And that always sticks with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first baseball memory, is walking through one of the tunnels and coming out and just being, kind of awestruck as Aaron Altair watches that one sail by. And he's a strikeout victim. That's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I was always thinking exactly right how green it was, but there's little carts with the little brushes on the bottom that go around the bases,
Yep.
and they would clean up all the dirt.
Yep. I remember the Liberty Bell.
I was actually at the game, and it was a horrific moment, the Army-Navy game.
When the railing
caved in. That was awful.
Shane Robinson is the batter.
Well, that's a memory that comes to mind. But I'm with you. Just watching, Schmitty play. Everyone knows my favorite 3 Phillies were Schmitty, Juan Samuel, and Darren Dalton. And watching Sammy run around his pillows like his hair was on fire.
Helmet flying off.
Dutch just being Dutch and being a stud.
Yeah. But the new place is pretty great.
It wasn't the yeah. It wasn't, the vet wasn't the greatest place, but it was our place, wasn't it?
That's right. 2-0 pitch on the inside corner, 2-1. I mentioned the Liberty Bell. How cool is it that the Liberty Bell's making a return to Citizens Bank Park? The original Liberty Bell that was at the vet will be part of some of the new changes over at Citizens Bank Park. So pops straight up.
Who wants it?
Luke Maley says he wants it, and then nobody wants it. And Shane Robinson is safe at first. It looked to me like Luke Maley was calling everybody off, and then it fell between Burns and Tellez.
With this win, I mean, this is no man's land.
Jason Adam didn't want any parts of it, which is fine. The pitcher normally getting out of the way, but
that's got to be third base ball.
Yeah, someone must have called off Maley. Well, he wasn't even close to it. So, nonetheless, line drive for Robinson, base hit, right?
Smoked it.
And Gift Ngope homered his last at bat. Big swing and a miss.
Said that a lot today, partner.
Tell me about it. Get a sore throat. Robinson leads off first. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball over. 0-2. A lot of people still here watching this one.
Who wants to be inside on a day like this?
Not the truth. 0-2 pitch. Foul just to our right. Ooh. And then back down on top of somebody.
Right off the coconut.
Oh, look at that. The guy that eventually ended up with the ball gave it to the guy with the coconut. That was nice. He earned it.
Yeah, he did. The hard way.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So Ngope goes down swinging, and that'll end the 8th. We've arrived at the top of the 9th, and the Phillies have a 13-6 lead.
The attendance for this afternoon.
And look who's back in town.
Cindy Lou.
Cindy Webster from 94 WIP. WB Mason delivers of the game. Sit back and enjoy. We've got a lot of them. Bryce Harper in the first.
You got to take a deep breath here. Bryce Harper in the first. The second inning, Andrew McCutchen on a 2-0 fastball. Does not miss it. Should have had another one, as we alluded to later in the game. And Andrew Knapp, 3-run pinch hit home run. That ball was scorched in the 4th inning. JT Realmuto, they're trying to climb the ladder. Ain't happening. Out to right center, another 3-run homer. In the 6th inning, Gift Ngope hits a seed out here to left field. Heads up. And then Bryce Harper again off the lefty for his second of the day. That just cleared everything. Absolutely everything. They are your WB Mason deliveries of the game.
Need a bigger truck for the deliveries of the game today. Tom Wendell is the new pitcher for the Phils. There's his numbers in Lehigh Valley last season. 9-4 with a 4.17 ERA. Appearing in 50 games for the Iron Pigs. Richard Urania is the batter, and it's quickly 3-0 to Urania. And you see the scoring line for the Phils. The big inning was the 4th. 2 3-run home runs, as you mentioned, in that inning. 3-0 pitch on the inside corner, 3-1. And another one on the inside corner, so now 3-2. Nice job by Wendell to battle back into the count. 3-2 pitch, and he got him. So gets Urania swinging, and that's the first out here in the ninth. Nice job.
And Wendell gets the strikeout the hard way. 3-0, come back, punch him out. Well done.
Likes the challenge.
That's right.
That'll bring up Rowdy Tellez, who homered in his last at bat. You know, I was talking about the Liberty Bell from the vet is now making its return to Citizens Bank Park. It was actually installed today.
Really?
At the new Pass and Stow, which is part of the changes at Citizens Bank Park. It's kind of an outdoor entertainment area where, well, you know, where McFadden's used to be.
Right.
McFadden's is gone. And so it's this new area where you can watch the game, but also sit outside and enjoy a beverage or two. The Pass and Stow and the Liberty Bell, which is enormous from the vet, is going to be part of that, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Some neat changes out at the ballpark. I know they're just finishing up with a week to go. We'll be ready.
They put some barriers outside the front as well.
Some security measures outside the ballpark, and just some really neat things happening inside.
Just when you think honestly, like they can't make any more changes to make that ballpark even more beautiful.
I know, it's incredible.
It's like, where do they keep coming up with these ideas?
Right. Yeah, it's right there on the corner, and it has a pizza oven and a beer garden.
Wait, let me do the math.
Yeah.
Pizza plus beer. Yep, I'm in.
Yep. 2-0 pitch to Tellez. It's over for a strike, 2-1. And don't forget the Shake Shack. Right? That's new as well. Tellez pops that one straight up. Battling the sun is Phil Goslin, second base, and makes the catch. Nice play. That is not easy.
No.
Not easy at all. So that is the second out.
It's a short-handed down from Prep Fryer there. Come on, Murph.
Easy for him. Not easy for most. Mere mortals, I know. You caught a few of those in your day, I bet.
I did.
So Chad Spanberger will step in with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. First pitch from Wendell is over for a strike. So there it is. That's the Liberty Bell right there. And there it is now. How cool is that?
Where do they keep it?
So there's a story behind it, and I'm going to not have all the facts, but it was basically given away after the vet came down to a local company, from what I understand.
Okay.
Who then realized it was almost too big for them to use, so they'd been storing it all this time. And someone had the idea that maybe the Phillies could get it back, and they did.
That's
they asked
awesome.
for it. And now it is part of the Pass and Stow. And you know where the name Pass and Stow came from, right?
You told me, but I forget. Enlighten me again.
All right, with 1-2 count, 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. The Pass and Stow is named for John Pass and John Stow, who are the guys that were asked to fix the crack in the Liberty Bell.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
Little history lesson. And that is going to do it here from Spectrum Field. What an offensive day for the Phils, as they were able to pound out 12 hits and 13 runs. 6 home runs on the day for the Phils, and they beat the Blue Jays on this afternoon. Here's your final. 6 runs and 9 hits for the Blue Jays, but not enough. So the Phils get the win. We'll be back to put a wrap on this one right after this.